Hey there, horror movie tea sippers.
The following podcast episode will contain spoilers for the movie we are about to review. If you have not seen the movie and do not wish to have anything ruined prematurely, please do not continue to watch or listen until you have seen the movie.
And welcome to the Horror Movie Tea Podcast. Today we are covering 13 Ghosts, which came out
the last week of October.
Yes,
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. I had to do it.
Yes, our pre-Halloween, and it came out in 2001. But before we go into the review, let's grab our cups and talk about tea. So, today we are drinking the Brutality's Walking Dead Ginger Tea, which has black tea, rooibos tea, cinnamon bark, orange peels, ginger root, cloves, cardamom, gingerbread, and vanilla flavors.
You covered up Jigsaw, how dare you? Rude. He wants to play a game.
And for our tea sippers out there, brew yourself a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and we hope you enjoy the review. So, a family inherits a strange glass mansion from a wealthy uncle, only to discover it is a machine powered by the souls of 13 ghosts trapped inside. As they explore, the ghosts are released and the family must fight to survive while uncovering the sinister purpose of the house. In the end, they learn the truth about the machine and risk everything to shut it down. So, I'll be honest and say I've never seen this movie before. And I never want to see it again. Because it was not that good.
Rude.
I give it a 6, which we know is fairly low for me. But, what almost made it unwatchable, and I know it's a very, late 90s, early 2000s thing, but, the constant flashing.
Yeah.
I was getting so frustrated. I'm like, just stop. It was jarring, and there really wasn't a great purpose. They could have done it. They could have, I understand, they just could have done it in a different way that would have been less irritating. Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine going to the theaters to see this movie. I would have had to walk out, because, even on my, it's a larger TV, but even on my, my home TV, I was just it drove me nuts. And
I believe this was the one that I was like, can we have one goddamn movie where we're not getting blinded by flashlights and strobe lights?
Yeah, for real. And the movie very much follows that time period's tropes of where they don't really dig a whole lot into the character growth, or just here are these characters, or putting them in this situation, which, there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. But, it just, on the one hand, the overall concept of it was really interesting, but the execution just was, okay. And, the mother being one of the ghosts, I feel wasn't as impactful on them as I thought it should have been. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but when the uncle died and he was doing the video, or the will video to them and being like, here, you're gonna have my house, immediately I was like, there's something up with this. Yeah. Don't trust him. And then they're like, this is great. This is wonderful. And also, can we just agree that he has the ugliest house ever? how enamored they were with the house.
Like,
and
this is beautiful. I'm like, that is way too many goddamn windows.
Yeah, I'm like, it's too many windows. It's freaking ugly.
Yeah.
The layout is really confusing.
Like, if they had normal walls, the rooms themselves might have been okay. Like, there were a couple of rooms that aesthetically didn't look that bad, except for all the goddamn glass.
Yeah, and then in the bathroom, they chose the square glass, one of the ugliest freaking, and they're like, oh, let's not just make it a part of the wall, let's make it the floor. Let's put it everywhere.
The house is glass.
I wasn't buying anything for a single minute, and
it felt like a lot of forced movies got a movie there.
Oh yeah, like the whole movie to me felt fairly forced. Like even the beginning where like the psychic doesn't really want to be there, and I don't know, just
would you in that situation?
No, and but it's just I don't know, just the whole movie. It felt so Hollywood without a soul type of like movie, and all like so many of the stuff was like movies got a movie, and like, oh my god, like the freaking, like this is supposed to be like a young, I mean, I believe she's a teenager, the daughter, and the ghost is scratching her, and there's a deliberate part where they show it like scratching a part of her like bra or shirt off, and you like see her boob jiggle. I was just like, God, so just
Yep.
like and it's like, I don't know, it's just like, you know, if it's an adult woman and they like already make her like sexy and like whatever, then it's like, okay, I kind of, but it's like
kind of expected at that point.
Yeah, but it's like if it's a teenager, like what is it with Hollywood and movies and making teenagers like just stop that? But anyways, but you know, I know a lot of horror movies are geared towards teenagers, so you know, to be fair, it might be them kind of trying to, you know, cater to that audience, but still, it was. I didn't need to see this movie, and
you're gonna get on my husband's bad side.
Don't need to see it again. So
this is one of his favorites.
Oh. Well,
it has one of his all-time favorite death scenes in it too.
Yeah, the death scenes were gross.
Yeah, they're inaccurate.
Yeah.
His favorite one especially, completely inaccurate, but impactful. So I do have a bit of nostalgia for this movie, I'll admit. Now, I don't have near the nostalgia that my husband does. So I give it a 7. It has its own kind of charm, watching it, or rewatching it rather, now. It's darker more than it is fun. It's not really a fun kind of movie. It feels like a more... It's a more horror version of Scooby-Doo. It felt like, anyway. They were given something that seemed kind of out of the blue. They don't really know this family member, but they're seeing it as kind of a blessing in disguise, like they won the lottery kind of thing. And even if the house is kind of crappy looking, it's theirs. And it's something when they are potentially going to get evicted out of their apartment. It's a welcome thing to have. So even if they did end up selling it, it's something that's theirs.
Yeah.
And all of the stuff in it, they were talking about, we could sell this stuff alone and be set for a good while. Because there were like museum quality pieces in there. So after they had struggled for so much, they lost everything and their mom, his wife, in the fire. So after all of their hardship, it was like getting rain after a huge drought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they weren't ready to look a gift horse in the mouth, basically.
Yeah, which that I can totally understand. But it's just like the overwhelming, like all of them are like, oh, this house is amazing.
Yeah,
and
it was a bit much.
It's just
I was really surprised that the daughter especially wasn't like, even the bathroom is like completely glass.
Yeah.
This could be problematic for when we're changing and or, showering. I'd rather not be visible even from outside when I'm doing anything in the house.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just really like my privacy. But no. And they kept mentioning, oh, this is like Latin on the walls. I wonder what it says. And none of them are questioning, who writes Latin on their glass walls? All of it looked just like there were so many red flags everywhere. There were so many. But movies got a movie very, very hard in this one in particular. Now, I could see certain interactions and things, reactions to the situation and all. The character design was interesting and varied.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. The different types of ghosts and then how they like named them off is interesting.
Mm-hmm. And how they pertain to the quote-unquote zodiac. The dark zodiac or whatever.
Yeah.
That was interesting. There were just so many flaws with the plan, though, that I feel like this just was a horrible idea from the get-go. Even for the uncle dude, like, you have to release the spirits so that they can be drawn into the center of the house, but while they're being drawn into the center of the house, it's going to take a while. So they have free reign. So you basically have to run around and survive. Until then, well, that's a big if, especially with the spirits that they captured.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of that is left to chance and luck.
100%.
And what if there's a malfunction with the house because the house is basically one giant machine and machines malfunction? Like, that's a thing that happens. Do they have many test runs? And even after test runs, stuff can happen and go wrong.
Yeah.
And there's no question of ghost interference with the different house mechanisms and things.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a movie. It's a movie. And it's clearly a movie, but it's still interesting to watch. And I feel like this one kind of warrants a couple of watches to really fully get more of the meat of the story. Because there's a lot of subtleties in it.
Mm-hmm.
So. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy it. And the deaths are, while they're inaccurate, they're still interesting and varied. And the practical effects are good.
Yeah. Yeah.
They use a lot of practical effects for it.
Yes. I kind of wish that they had made the ghosts look a little more ghosty rather than so solid.
Well, to be fair, that was only when they were wearing the glasses.
Right.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
At least slightly more transparent.
Yes.
At least.
Yeah. Or blue or something. Something.
Well, they were already kind of like grayish, like the
right, yeah.
pallor.
But
they didn't look great. They weren't healthy.
I'm getting better.
I don't think they're getting better.
Yep. So for realism, I give it a 1.5.
That's fair.
Because, like, between how gung-ho they were for this ugly house, I don't care. It's ugly. And then also the uncle was just such a stereotypical, like, comic-feeling villain, too, where he was just very two-dimensional, which is fine, but it's just, like, it takes down the realism, and, I mean, all of them, I feel like were playing more like a particular trope than like an actual like tangible character. And like some of the reactions, I like, him finding out about the wife being like one of the ghosts, I feel like they were on the right track with his reaction, but to me it didn't. Like, I mean, that would be truly devastating and truly like horrifying and frustrating, and I just didn't get that. Like, I got that he was upset, but it's like, I don't know.
I think he was more in shock.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just,
and I'm sure a part of him was happy that he at least got to see her again.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
sad that it had to be in that circumstance.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was only for a moment. And probably felt guilty for feeling happy to see her again at all.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my biggest complaint. Also, the lawyer I feel like he should have been a little bit more in the know, and I don't know. I like his whole death.
He was in it for the money, but that was the
Yes.
one. His death. His death was one of the more impactful ones. And
You're not expecting it.
and it's also one of the least realistic.
Yeah.
But it's also my husband's one of his all-time favorite death scenes in any movie.
But yeah, that's what I got for realism. There's not a lot to say.
So this machine is supposed to make you be able to see the future, right?
Yep.
Until it's shut down or you're consumed by it, whichever comes first. Because you're basically opening a portal to hell. So you can really only use it once. And then you have to gather another 12 to 13 spirits to be able to use it again. So my question, because they don't really go into very many specifics or anything, is do you get to see the whole future or different branches of the future, or do you have to look into a specific part of the future? They're very vague on this. So they're like, you can be the most powerful person in the world because you know the future. But
Yeah.
do you just see what you have for breakfast the next day? Do you see a year from now? Do you see 10 years from now?
Yeah,
Does
like,
it have
define
anything-
the future.
The future that has nothing to do with you? Or do you only see darkness because you're dead at the point that it's trying to show you? Or, like...
I mean, since it makes you so powerful, I would hope it'd be something useful.
I would hope, but at the same time, nothing like this ever comes easily or
Yeah.
that good, you know?
Right.
Like, there's... And not to say that what he did to get those things and all the deaths that occur with it make it easy or anything, but, like, it's difficult to even set up and to be able to create a house that moves and does all these things. But at the same time, like, I feel like the payoff is not near worth it. Just saying.
Yeah.
So it just seemed a little Scooby-Doo villain
Yes, 100%.
motivations.
Yeah.
So, and he got his in the end, so, would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dad.
Yep. 100%.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
Those are the big things I can think of. They didn't even try to break any of the windows or anything. Like, I feel like, I think they tried at one point, but not very well. Like, they didn't try that hard. They kept trying to find the exit. And then when they saw that it was closed, they didn't really try hard to find a different way out. Or try to break the glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah. Would you recommend this movie?
I would, with the caveat that the person that you're recommending it to be made aware that it is made in the time period that it was. So some of the effects don't really hold up, and it's not going to be a very strong movie, but it's interesting and different. Their reactions to the house itself aside, I feel like it was a decent story.
Yes.
Lots of holes, but
the story is unique, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But thank you for joining us today, and let us know what you thought of the movie. If you'd like to recommend a movie, game, or tea, you can leave us a comment or join our Discord. And if you'd like to keep up to date with our content, you can find our link tree listed below.
And if you'd like to support us monetarily, we have a Teespring and a PayPal donate button available.
Okay.
And again, you can find all of those sites mentioned linked below. But until the next time, guys, stay safe and stay spoopy. Bye!